Do these animals deserve the same protections given to other species?
No!
Or should they just be left to die?
Do it! Just do it!
These creatures were here before us. And if we're not careful, they're gonna be here after. Welcome to Jurassic World.
Hello everyone, my name is Don, the movie reviewer, and today we are going to be talking about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Jurassic World is the reboot of the Jurassic Park franchise. The same way the Terminator movies got treated, Jurassic Park is getting treated the exact same way. We had Terminator Genisys, which was the reboot for the Terminator series, yet being a sequel from Part 2. Now we have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which is the sequel to Jurassic World, which is also the reboot to the first Jurassic Park movie. Now, I think I'm going to clarify a few things here that many people may not know, and I may be wrong on this, but hey, this is all my opinion and nothing here is based on facts. So, with that being said, you can just pretty much wipe out the Lost World Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3 because in this continuity in the Jurassic World series, those two movies do not exist. I will repeat, the Lost World Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3 do not exist within the continuity of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Okay? There we go. And so with that being said, it's like, alright, you have the classic Jurassic Park movie, which I enjoyed, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have because it's a classic. Then, you know, they make a lot of money, so they immediately want to make a sequel with The Lost World. And I remember when I saw The Lost World, I was a little kid and I liked it. I don't know how I feel about it now because I haven't seen it in a long time. Then you have Jurassic Park 3, which I was young at the time when I saw that as well, and I had fun with it as a kid, and I don't know how I'd feel about it if I watched it now. Then you have Jurassic World, and at that time, I was an adult. Jurassic World comes out, and immediately I say to myself, this is just a reboot, a rehash of the first movie, yet pretending to be a sequel. Just like The Force Awakens, like all of these movies that come out and say, yeah, this is just nostalgia. We're making a new trilogy. We're making something brand new and creative here. Yet no, they're just piggybacking off of something that was established and was popular. And they're just making money off of that and not really creating anything original from it. They're just taking the scraps and they're just scattering them all over the place and trying to create something new with these pieces that just can't be used. You know, like the common phrase is, you know, you're milking the cow. You're just milking the cow till it's dry and there's no more milk left. You want to get everything you can get out of it. And that's what I feel about this. So Jurassic World came out and I avoided it till it came out on video. I streamed it, I watched it, and it was pretty much as I predicted, just a rehash of Jurassic Park, except it's Jurassic World, and actually the park is open this time, and you got some people in the park, got some stupid characters who are just there to be eaten, and then you have, you know, the chase sequences with the dinosaurs and the jibber jabber and all the familiar stuff you've seen before. And yeah, you know, it's cool to bring younger audiences into this who have not seen Jurassic Park, but hey, it's just like, just watch Jurassic Park. Just watch, because it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. There's nothing new or creative here. It's just the same thing. It's the regurgitated mess.
Ooh, that's how it always starts. But then later there's running and screaming.
So, yeah, I hated Jurassic World. And it may be because, you know, I looked over its amazing qualities of having an original story and interesting characters who had depth and layers to them, and looking at the new dinosaur that was created who had all of these special abilities that outdid every single dinosaur in the Jurassic Park series, especially the first movie, and I guess it was better than the T-Rex. I don't even remember that dinosaur's name, but who am I kidding? That stuff I just said is absolutely ridiculous. Jurassic World movie does not need to exist. Claire from the first movie is back, and she wants to rescue the dinosaurs on the Jurassic World Island, and a lot of people don't want to do that. So then she goes to find Owen and recruits him to join her on the quest to save dinosaurs from extinction, because there is an active volcano on the island that will kill all of the dinosaurs. Why do they want to save the dinosaurs? I have no idea. We have Dr. Ian Malcolm by Jeff Goldblum in here, who's only in like 2 minutes of the movie at the beginning and at the end with a monologue. And you know, he basically spells out what the audience, myself, is thinking. Like, yeah, just let them die, man. We tried to play God and we created these things. They're not like, I mean, yeah, they're an endangered species, but they've been extinct for 1 billion years, man. Why, you know, just let them die. But no, you know, they try to pretend these dinosaurs are like an endangered species and we need to rescue them. And so Claire recruits Owen. You know, it just turns into the Lost World remake. Just like how Jurassic World was the remake of Jurassic Park, Fallen Kingdom is just a remake of the Lost World. It's pretty much the same thing. You have an abandoned island. You have someone who's like, oh yeah, you know, we need to execute a rescue mission to save these dinosaurs, and we need to go in there and infiltrate the island to see what's going on and protect them from these poachers and these people who just want money. It's the same thing. It's just a remake of Lost World, pretty much. It's like, you know, these two people, one person who's like, I don't want to go back there, but since you asked me, first I'm a bit hesitant, but obviously I'm going to go back there because I'm the star of this movie. And then he goes there, and then, you know, the volcano thing was a bit interesting. Like, I will say this. Even though I knew this movie was going to be stupid, I was still expecting some, like, fun with this. Like, just some dumb fun, you know? Like, you just look up at the screen, as they say, and you turn your brain off, and then you just shove popcorn down your throat. And you just enjoy the dumb, fun action extravaganza. And I will admit, there were a few sequences that were exciting, like the you know, the poachers betraying Owen and Claire. And then you have the volcano sequence, which was great. And that stuff was pretty fun, I will admit. I had fun with that stuff. And then, you know, and all that volcano stuff is not even a big portion of the movie. It's just, you know, it's fun, but it doesn't take up the whole movie. And then you reach the towards the end, and you know, they're auctioning off these dinosaurs and they're selling them, and you know, there's this whole twist with this little girl, which I don't care. There's a character that dies, which I don't care, because it's all predictable cliche stuff. And then, you know, you have the heroes trying to save the day, and they get out of situations, you know, barely by the skin of their teeth. They escape, you know, situations where they get help from Blue, which is the raptor that was in Jurassic World. And you got this Buffalo Bill in here, which when I don't know the guy's name, but as soon as I saw him, I was like, it's Buffalo Bill, and I saw him, and he has a really stupid motivation in this movie, which obviously comes to an obvious, predictable conclusion by the end. And then once the movie was all over, I will admit I was a bit intrigued, like, hey, you know, Jurassic World 3 is coming, and they want to turn this whole thing into the Planet of the Apes type of scenario, but with dinosaurs, and so that may be cool. I don't know, we'll see what they do with that. But this movie, contained on its own, it's just a remake of The Lost World, and it has a couple of fun action sequences, but overall, I didn't like it. I will give Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom a D+. I give it a D+ because it's not a complete failure. It's pretty close, but it's not a complete failure because, like I said, there were some fun action sequences within this movie that did get my adrenaline pumping and excite me. But the story was predictable. A lot of the characters were predictable. The ending was not predictable, but I mean, it's kind of dumb how it ended. You know, characters are one-dimensional. The story here doesn't have any real depth to it. I mean, there are some twists within twists in this movie, and I just don't care. And it's just a remake of The Lost World. It follows the same beats throughout the whole thing, except for maybe a couple of little minor tweaks here and there. But it's just pretty much a remake of The Lost World Jurassic Park. And like I always say, please come up with something original. I mean, yes, I don't have a problem with a studio taking a beloved franchise or a beloved movie, which should have just been on its own and self-contained like Jurassic Park. But if you want to make a sequel, just come up with something that is different, that is original, that separates it from the first movie. Just don't keep repeating the same thing, regurgitating the same mess. You know, you keep feeding it to me, and then like you just keep spitting out the same thing. It's like a tube. It's like you spit it out, and I eat it, and then I poop it, and then you eat it up, and then you spit it out, and then I eat it, and it's just a continuous cycle. It's gross, but I mean, that's how I feel about this. And yeah, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is bad, man. It's a bad movie. Is it horrible? No. There's some fun excitement in here for the whole family to enjoy. If you like seeing some dinosaurs running around, eating people, and explosions, and things go boom, and whatnot, then fine, yeah, go ahead, watch it. But if you're looking for something with depth, story, and that is not a remake of The Lost World, don't watch this movie. It's not worth your time, because it wasted mine. Never get that time back, but whatever, we move on with life. That's all I have to say about this. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.